What's up, dudes? We just had a little ride in action at Durhamtown. We went to the Diamondback Trail. If you're new to the channel, I usually do some race commentaries, but we're trying to get into the clickbait YouTube action. So we're going to go ahead and do a little YouTube video on what's faster, a two-stroke or a four-stroke or a John Deere. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see what the result will be. I feel like the Yamaha here, my 2023 YZ250F, she's a bit of a beast, but a little too much in the woods, man. Got a whole lot of power. This 250 TBI two-stroke, that 2024 KTM 250 XC, she's a little more mellow, predictable. And I think I got a little more control on her. I might not go as fast on her, but I think that I'll make less mistakes. So stay tuned and go ahead. We're going to do a little field science and research. All right, let's get right into it. For a little background information, I am a mid-pack C-Class Woods idiot dum-dum out here having some fun on my dirt bikes. So on the left here is my 23 YZ250F. On the right is my 24 KTM 250 XC. Both tires have an equivalent amount of wear on them. They both have Recluse clutches. This is my first ride on the new Recluse on the Yamaha, and we've been riding the Recluse and the KTM for a little bit, trying to get used to it. We feel like it's helping pretty immensely. The main benefit on the KTM with the Recluse, I believe, is a little less clutch modulation requirement. It's a little easier to stand up and give it some throttle and not worry about, using your fingers. Do a little more twist in action, and you kind of don't have to think too much. On the Yamaha, it's a complete game changer. Having a motocross bike in the woods, very susceptible to stalling. With the Recluse, I can just not touch the clutch, and it'll keep on rolling, which is huge. Racing this thing in the woods as a beginner class rider, I had a really bad time with stalling, and made me learn some bad habits like sitting down and constantly holding the clutch in. It's made life a little easier. These videos were shot about 3 weeks apart from each other. The KTM video I shot, I think, in March, and the forestry wasn't quite grown in all the way. You had a little more visibility. It was also a little drier. The Yamaha I went and shot yesterday, so a little more vegetation and a little more moisture. So definitely not comparable conditions, nothing too drastic, but the sample size is not quite equivalent. I was riding at about 80% effort in both of these videos, trying to get some good footage while not eating crap. We've been racing for about 2 years. We've been on the bike for 2.5 now. So, I think our skills are improving a little bit. We're still kind of ass, though. Seems like the speed is pretty equivalent to this point. It'll be interesting to see how it compares up ahead. The Yamaha's getting kind of an advantage here. We're pushing on ahead a little bit. I think that because it is a moto bike, it just wants to go fast. On the KTM, you're able to ride at whatever pace you please. As the Yamaha's pulling away here a little bit, I would like to note that it took much more effort to control that beast than it did the KTM. The KTM kept lugging and it kept jugging. The Yamaha, my arms were pumping up. It was more me fighting the machine, trying to go fast, than it was me riding the machine compared to the KTM. That was easy peasy. The Yamaha's a big old bull in a china shop. Things are starting to even out here until I find this little section where it looks like I got scared on the right. On the Yamaha, I just kept on going through it. But I think on the KTM, I'm able to kind of think about things and what the safest line would be. On the Yamaha, it's just like, well, we're going, so let's keep going. I'm able to make perhaps smarter judgment on the KTM, as you will definitely see up ahead when I come across a big old muddy rut. I think my past trauma racing the Yamaha in the woods in a beginner class in series like Sorts, it's made me just kind of throttle it out and go a little faster. Stalling and breaking your toe because you fell down a hill, not ideal. The Yamaha's actually got a pretty decent advantage on the KTM right now, which is surprising to me because I'm infinitely more comfortable on the KTM. A lot of that has to do with line selection and the fact that on the Yamaha, I'd already rode this trail like 5 times. This was the second time ever on this trail on the video on the right, so perhaps that has something to do with it. Maybe it doesn't. It's looking like we're trucking through all the obstacles on the Yamaha on the left side of the screen until we find an impassable one. We are in a very deep mud rut, and the bottom of it is maybe like 42 feet. We're stuck there for a while, buddy. Yep. That sucks. I'll be here a while. Keep going nowhere. Enjoy watching me struggle. It's great practice for a GNCC simulation. Sure. I would have loved to keep this test going. However, the DJI fell off from my chin mount. Somehow, miraculously, the screw was still attached to my Chinese Amazon chin mount, and the magnetic mount attachment bracket was still attached to the DJI. I have no idea how it fell, but perhaps we'll make this a series. Thankfully, we're 40 minutes from Durhamtown, so we'll just keep on visiting, hitting the same trails, doing one on the Yamaha and one on the KTM, and we'll do a little side-by-side comparison. I think the Yamaha I'm a little faster on, but definitely not as comfortable, so I think if we keep on riding that thing, getting a little more seat time on it, we might do some pretty big things. Go out to Mid-East and maybe not get mid-pack C-Class results. We'll see what happens. With this incredibly small sample size, I think the verdict is pretty clear. The Yamaha I'm a little faster on, but completely uncontrollable. KTM edges out in the reliability department, but maybe with more videos, we'll have a bigger picture. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love making these videos. I love riding my dirt bike. Consider subscribing. We're going to keep on putting this content out. If you have any ideas for content, something you'd like to see, please leave a comment. Let me know what you want. I'll try to make it happen. Again, appreciate y'all, and we'll see you next video.
Stay tuned for the next upload to see if I survive the hill climb from hell.
There's a jump there! I was like, I'm gonna hit the most stupid line and see if I can do it with the recluse. I know, but I hit the fucking root, dude. I think I got air. You guys are real friends.